Hey guys, we're here doing some language. We've been talking about helping verbs, and remember in your binder you have your helping verb song sheet, and you can sing through that, reminding yourself of all those helping verbs. Today we are looking at 4 more verbs: to sing, to ring, to go, to freeze, the past tense, and then the past participle that requires the helping verb. So you'll see that here in the top box, and they give you those 8 common helping verbs that you're going to see on your paper today, and they give you an example of how we underline that verb phrase. So today we're looking at sang, rang, went, and froze. When we're using a helping verb, we'll use the past participle form, right? Have sung, have rung, have gone, and have frozen, or are frozen, things like that. So we'll look here and think A, and we've done that with the previous helping verbs. In the first section, they give us a hint. They already underlined the helping verb for us. They want us to get used to using these words together and finding them. So in number 1, it says, bells were blank in the tall bell tower. Notice that we have the helping verb were underlined here. So, am I going to use rang or rung? If you're not sure, you can look up here in the box which one requires a helping verb. It tells me rung. So since I have were, rung would be the correct answer. The bells were rung. Sometimes that the past participle form of these verbs isn't always as common, and sometimes it won't sound just right, but it is correct. And that's part of the reason why we go over it here in 3rd grade. Let's go on to the next one. People blank to see the parade. Well, ask yourself, do we have a helping verb? No, no helping verb. So do we say people went or people gone? People went is correct. Very good. Number 3. A man with an ice cream cart blank a small bell. First thing you ask yourself, do you see a helping verb? If there is a helping verb, we'd have to use rung. If there isn't, we use rang. I don't see a helping verb here, so we're going to use rang. A man with an ice cream cart rang a small bell. Why don't you do 4, 5, 6, and 7 on your own? Just hit the pause button on the video. Do those 4 sentences on your own, and then hit resume, and we'll check your answers real quick to see how well you did. Okay, so we're back together. You've already done the 4, 5, 6, and 7 in Think A. Let's go over the answers really quickly. Okay, God Bless America was sung at the program. See, that one they didn't have the helping verb for us. And in number 5, at least on my paper, I have a typo, don't we? It should be the students rang. Rung is not correct. There's no helping verb. And number 6, the water in the pond has, helping verb has, frozen. And number 7, we have went or have gone. We have gone skiing several times. Okay, well, other than the typo errors on your paper, that was probably the only thing you really had to fix. I hope that seems easy to you. Let's do Think B now. They want us to choose one of the verbs from the box at the top to best complete each sentence. So I'd like for you to do that part right now. See if you can figure out which verb. We blank a new song in church last week. Well, what do we do with songs? We sing, don't we? All right. Now, we have a hint here in the words last week. So it tells us that we were using the past tense. So, and we don't have a helping verb. So we're going to use just the past tense. So you should write, we sang. Number 2, George has blank to visit his grandfather in Toronto, Canada. Did you see that helping verb has? So we're going to use to ring, to go, or to freeze. We're talking about visiting. So you probably already said, we're using the verb to go. And that would be correct. So we have a helping verb. We come up to the chart. We have to use the form gone. George has gone to visit his grandfather in Toronto, Canada. Number 3, the orange juice pops have blank in the freezer. We have a helping verb have here, so we have to use the past participle form. Orange juice pops, well, freezer tells us, right? Frozen. Have frozen. And the last one, the little bell was blank to call the librarian. Was is a helping verb, and we haven't used the verb to ring yet. Right? So was rung. And I think that is a form that's less commonly heard. So sometimes for students that one doesn't quite sound right, but it is correct. The little bell was rung. In the last section here, they want us to underline the verb or verb phrase 2 times. All right, so I'm going to help you out first. Let's find our subjects. The wind is the subject here. Snowflakes is our subject. Number 3, Dad is our subject. Number 4, wind is our subject. And number 5, we have a compound subject, brother and I. So we would divide the sentences here. I like to add that in because the more we do this, the more we practice it. When they want us to do it on the worksheet, it's much easier. So right now, I want you to go through, since I've helped you find your subjects and where it divides, I'd like for you to underline the verb or verb phrase 2 times. So pause your video, do those 5 sentences, and then resume the video to check your answers. Now that you have those done, let's check your answers. And number 1, when was our subject? Has blown is your verb phrase. Got that helping verb has there. Number 2, fly is your verb. Number 3, Dad had known, verb phrase there, helping verb had. Number 4, wind has frozen. Again, we have the helping verb has, so we use the past participle form of frozen. And the last one, my brother and I are watching. So we have the helping verb are. I hope that's getting easier. And thanks for following along with me. And I'll see you next time as we keep working on these helping verbs and learning some of these past participles.